How did West Ham's outdated tactics shock everyone? Hello and welcome to the How Did YouTube channel. On this channel, we discuss everything and anything about your favorite football players, coaches, clubs, and leagues. In this video, we will be exploring how David Moyes is shocking everyone and putting West Ham in the most competitive form they have ever been with his outdated football tactics. But before we get started, please don't hesitate to like and share this video with your friends, colleagues, and fellow football lovers. Doing this encourages us to conduct even more in-depth research and share exciting football content with you. West Ham hired David Moyes as the 16th permanent manager of the club on November 7, 2017, following a terrible run of games by the Hammers, leading to the sack of former head coach Slaven Bilić. However, Moyes was sacked again in May 2018 after failing to reach his preset targets and was succeeded by Manuel Pellegrini. In what would later become a dramatic turn of events, West Ham rehired David Moyes, but this time to preserve their Premier League status, as they were on the brink of relegation to the second division of the English Premier League. Interestingly, this time, David Moyes didn't only save West Ham from relegation, he is also trying to normalize match success in the club, making them win their first European title, the Conference League, during their 2022-2023 campaign. However, while thriving on the European stages, West Ham still struggles in the Premier League, finishing 14th and scoring 42 goals while conceding 55. But this is forgivable to the fans. After all, the Scottish football manager won them the first ever European title that same season. I want to be ambitious and try to get us as far up as the league as we can, Moyes said in a press statement when he was rehired in 2019. I want my players to not see that this is where we should be, but to compete at the top. We are happy at the moment, but I want this to be the regular. Not halfway through the season, but right until the end. The players are doing a great job. I'm thrilled to work with them. I want to keep driving them on and not just be a flash in the pan. So, the big question is, how has David Moyes turned a sinking ship into a trophy winner? What is the tactical genius behind David's successful European run with the Hammers, particularly in the 2022-2023 season? Modern football is largely focused on one direction. You build from the back with the goalkeeper becoming an extra defender, occupy the midfield to hold on possession for the majority of the match, while your fullbacks run the full length of the pitch into the final quarter of the opponent to create extra offensive players. Many people call this modern football. We have seen several top managers do this and have gotten and are still getting away with it while enjoying incredible positive results. Examples of these managers are Pep Guardiola of Manchester City, Jurgen Klopp of Liverpool, Thomas Tuchel of Bayern Munich, Roberto De Zerbi of Brighton, and Mikel Arteta of Arsenal, among others. However, despite this massive migration into modern football, as people love to call it, David Moyes has chosen to stick with the supposedly outdated tactics. And guess what? It worked. West Ham don't build, they don't press, they do not work for the ball. Instead, they allow you to enjoy the most of the possession while pouncing on any counter opportunities they find. This style is very similar to what Alex Ferguson employed at Manchester United in the early to mid-2000s. An example is their match against Brighton on August 26, 2023, their third game of the 2023-2024 Premier League campaign. Despite having 78% possession of the ball, Brighton lost at home to a more conserved West Ham 3-1. Also against Chelsea, their second game of the season, the Hammers hammered the Blues 3-1, despite having just 24% possession of the ball throughout the game. As a counter-attacking team, West Ham sits in their half, making the field as compact as possible while waiting for you to lose the ball. The team capitalizes on Michail Antonio's physical strength and speed to quickly pick up the ball and transition into an attack, with their very technical midfield team joining him on the move. When in possession of the ball, West Ham rarely employs tiki-taka. Starting from their goalkeeper, who goes long about 80% of the time, West Ham have completed the fewest passes in the league since the start of the season. So, how do they defend? The Hammers return to a 4-1-4-1 formation when defending, compressing the field in width and height as much as possible. David Moyes enjoys this particularly because of the physical capabilities of the players in the team. They made it incredibly easy for him to achieve such great feats with this style of play. The defense starts with Antonio against just slightly after the center line, while the five midfielders behind the Jamaican international shift from side to side of the field, ensuring the passes do not get past them. This typically forces the opponents to play out wide. Once played out wide, West Ham's wingers create a 2v1 situation per opponent on the wing, closing them down to force a mistake. 8 out of every 10 minutes this happens. West Ham regains possession and starts their counter immediately. However, sometimes the Hammers do not succeed in forcing their opponent to push the ball out wide, causing the ball to go through the center. When this happens, the defenders go into aggressive mode, trying to close the player as quickly as possible without breaking their high defense line. This style of defending is popularly known as man marking. It is safe to say that Declan Rice became a hot transfer target, particularly because of the style of play, and with the English international leaving for Arsenal during the just concluded transfer window, David Moyes' new signing, Edson Alvarez, has stepped up to fill Declan's shoes, and so far, Alvarez has quickly settled into the team and reduced how much the Hammers will miss Declan Rice. With Bowen and Berahma operating on the wing, transitioning into counter-attack is almost always easy for West Ham. Once the defense regains possession of the ball, their target is often Antonio, who holds on play to allow the wingers to overlap ahead of him. He would release the ball to the nearest midfielder, who then looks for outlets from the wings. This style is also easy for Moyes to achieve and exciting to watch because of two things. Apart from Antonio's incredible strength and hold-on play, 1. The midfielders have proven to be good distributors. Once they receive the ball from Antonio, they make locating their wingers easy, creating an imbalance in their opponent's defense line. Secondly, the pace and skill of the wingers. Once there is an imbalance and the ball is out wide for West Ham, opponents often struggle to catch up with the wingers, usually Bowen and Berahma, who in return create dangerous opportunities in the box. Because of their counter-attacking speed, West Ham enjoys more set pieces and corner kicks as the opponent's defenders are usually unsettled and rush to make a foul or are eager to kick the ball out of play. This makes the signing of James Ward-Prowse from relegated Southampton makes absolute sense. Ward-Prowse is arguably one of the best set-piece takers in the Premier League, becoming the second player with the highest free-kick goals, just one behind Beckham's 18-goal record. With James in the squad, West Ham has become even more dangerous with set pieces. Of course, there are still many more games to play this season, with the campaign just starting. Nonetheless, David Moyes has enjoyed an incredible start, enjoying their best start to the Premier League season after gaining promotion to the top flight 8 seasons ago. And with the Europa League also almost underway, there are definitely more surprises that we should expect from David Moyes' West Ham side. Now, let us know what you think. Do you think this outdated gameplay can take the Hammers far this season? Where do you think they will finish in the 2023-2024 English Premier League campaign? Can they thrive in the Europa League like they did in the Conference League last season? Do leave your opinions in the comments section below. We have now come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exciting football content like this one. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.